Hello, welcome to another live stream, guys. It is Thursday. I was umming and ahhing about playing a different game, but you know what? I've got parcels coming today, and I kind of don't want to get interrupted doing, say, a racing game and things like that today. I'll be a lot better when I don't have parcels coming. But yeah, I've got parcels coming between 10 and 2, basically. So I'm a little bit limited on what to play, really, other than this one. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're gonna play this one. Oh right, I am. Oh yeah, a few minutes late going live today, but you know it's kind of the way it is. Some days we're a little bit early, some days we are a little bit late. It's just the way it ends up being. But yeah, like I say, welcome everybody, welcome. Just having a little look through the different areas, what we need to do. All the game loads, yeah, everything is working up there. I do need to get some music on in the background. I think we might listen to that holiday playlist again yesterday. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. I don't really know, like, the music in the background's not really designed for, like, listening to, like, overall. It's kind of just really there to be there in the background, really, and kind of just like when we haven't got like a tractor running kind of thing. I tell you what, while the game loads, guys, I just need to go and get my daily vitamin. Right, sorry about that, guys. I completely forgot about that. I normally take it after I've dealt with the dog in the morning, but I just completely and utterly forgot today. So yeah, this is where we are today. Right, might have some graphical issues today, guys, because we have well, I've added a fourth monitor to my setup, but I officially am a sim rig owner. I literally own a racing sim rig. Woohoo! And I have my own monitor that my son got me for my birthday, literally on it. So yeah, it might take a couple of minutes just to get rid of some of the stuttering. Our windmill is looking very nice from over here though, guys. Wow, could not swallow that freaking vitamin. Wow. Couldn't swallow it. That's why I was just quiet then. Wow, that was yeah, it got stuck in my throat. Right, so what we're going to do today then, guys, is we are going to continue with pretty much where we left off yesterday. First thing we always do, we always start a new day. We always start around about 4:30. We go 4:30 to about 6 p.m. That gives us pretty much a good stream time. Oh god, indigestion. I can't win. I not got freaking indigestion from the freaking Oh, right, so we do have some more chickens to sell at the age of 8 months. So they can be sold very soon. We don't get many, but we are still hovering over with the chickens very nicely. It never shows me the feed on that menu anymore. We've got feed there. We've got quite a bit of feed left in there. We could do with the top up, but yeah, that's fine. That is completely fine. If you remember at the end of the last episode, guys, I did make the trip. I did park that there, so that's ready just to... Wow, so that can only take 1,000 litres still. Wow, that is crazy. We're going to have a lot of down here to deal with. But yeah, every time we start a live stream, we have to check the castle. Wooden beams, long planks have been accepted now. We have used, wow, we've used a few of those. Right, we are building up at the back as well. So I think we are building the scaffolding up even more than we already were. Wow, that's a lot. So yeah, that is progressing very, very nicely. Now let's go and have a little look at the windmill. Whoa, whoa, it's even taller. Wow. Wow. Like we were like there, back in window. Now it's gone there and there. Wow. That is so cool. That is so cool. The windmill. That's the height of it as well. That's literally going to be the height of the windmill. That is so cool. There's the little piece that comes out of the windmill where the I don't really know what you call them on a windmill, but I'm going to call them sails. Yeah, that is really freaking cool. That is really freaking cool. I am liking that. And that is only stage 3 as well, so yeah, that is crazy. Right, let's have a look at the discount shop and see what there is for sale today. Very cheap. That would be very nice to have around the farm. Everything in the shop is not really sellable. Not really. It's not really anything we need. Like we don't need a bigger tenant than we've already got. We don't need any of this. We don't need any of this. We don't need any of this. We don't need it. So the sales shop today is very poor. And yeah, so we are going to be working again today, guys, in the fields. To be honest, I'm just kind of hoping there's 29, 25. Right, well, we'll accept that. That is decent. That is a big contract. I did. Right, let me just do something, guys. I did mean to do something when I started today's live stream, and I have forgotten. I'm just gonna quit out and restart this game. I want to get rid of the lime contracts because one, we don't do them on this series because it's just a bit of a pain in the bum. And two, I want to see if it gives me any other options for contracts. You know what I mean? Right. There we go. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, let's just see if that makes a difference to the amount of jobs we do get. Hopefully it does make a difference. Don't know if it will. I really don't. But yeah, we can only try. We can only try and work it out. Tell you what, it'll be nice when Streamer Bot includes TikTok properly. But I don't ever think it will, you know. Say with OBS and things. It'll be nice when TikTok just gets with it. I know TikTok's like, oh, we want you to use our own software, but if you're partnered with Stream Elements for Restream, you need to open it up to everybody. Because to be quite honest, the Stream Elements bot is shocking. This is where there's just going to be even less contracts instead, isn't there? Yeah, I really don't. I suppose we could take Field 9 as a hoeing contract as well, because we can come from our farm, do Field 9, and then drive down to 39. So yeah, we are going to make a little bit of money today, guys. I am just going to use Super Strength to move the wood chips because it's, yeah, there's going to be a lot of wood chips in this, guys, and I just want to get rid of the wood chips out of the way early. Yeah, hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. Like I say, I was a few minutes late today going live, but that's just, to be honest, my computer's been having a little bit of a meltdown for a few hours today, just because yeah, I think the RAM had to retime itself today. It just took forever just to turn on. Everything we sell, everything we've got down here today though, guys, we are actually going to just sell normally. I was thinking about maybe delivering some of this to the sell points and things like that, but you know what? To cut a long story short, I don't really think we need to. I think we can get away with what each one's got for tomorrow. So this is going to be, I told you there was more wood chips. So yeah, I think we should be able to get some money out of this. We're not far off actually been able to buy another field. Yo, dude, hello, welcome. Thank you for having a conversation with me. How are you doing, Matty Harris? So Matty, I'll just call you Matt, pal. Come on. I know you actually got the name Matty, as in visible, but I can't stand being called Matty. People call me and I just ignore them, and then they wonder why I ignore them. They're like, "You're very rude," and I'm like, "Well, I don't go by Matty. What do you want me to do about it?" I know some people do. Well, right. So so there is definitely no more of these. Like I say, I wasn't going to use super strength today, but to be quite honest with you, I kind of just want to get on with a bit of field work. We haven't really done any field work for... We've done bare minimum field work, let's be honest. We've done bare minimum field work over the last couple of episodes because it's been the winter months. So I do want to just kind of get on with it a little bit. But yeah, how you doing, pal? How are you doing? Oh, you're not doing too bad. You did answer. I didn't see that. That had scrolled up quite a bit because the amount of people that had joined the... yeah, so it's scrolled up. Yeah, I'm glad you're not doing too bad, mate. It's... yeah, I was just saying, pal, that my computer this morning was having a bit of a meltdown because my computer's still getting used to the 4th monitor in the system. It was having a bit of a meltdown this morning, and then it forced it to redo the RAM timing and stuff. And oh my god, yeah, crazy. Yeah, I am officially the proud owner of a sim rig, guys. My wife bought me a sim rig for my birthday. So if we go back a couple of, quite a few streams, we go back just nearly a week. Actually, it's nearly 2 weeks. My wife told me she'd ordered me a present, but it was on back order, and it was supposed to come in time for my birthday, but it didn't actually make it in time. It arrived yesterday in the post, and yes, she got me a freaking sim rig, so I can do some sim racing with Mr. Flow and do some sim racing on stream and stuff like that. The problem is now is the Dragon Lady sat in my sim rig yesterday, and then she's like, I want one. But her game room isn't as big as mine, so she can't have one. Right, that is done. Yeah, my son bought me a 4th monitor for my birthday, and I didn't really know what it was for. So between my son and the wife talking and communicating, bear in mind my eldest has got really severe special needs, and yet he still bought me a monitor for my birthday with his own money. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. It didn't really make any sense, and now the sim rig does, because obviously it's got its own monitor. It's got a 32-inch. It's only a VA panel, but I like VA panels for racing, because we can tweak the system and stuff. But yeah, it's got a 32-inch VA curved 170 hertz panel, which for racing is fantastic. I think my steering wheel's wrong, guys. My steering wheel is turning like 30. It's like turning. Oh, I bet it didn't load up the. I bet it didn't load the farm sim. Guys, I'm literally turning the wheel like 1%, and I'm like taking this bend. I bet it's still got the Formula 1 profile loaded up for farm sim. Guys, I literally don't even have to turn the wheel 90 degrees, and I'm doing what? Jesus, this is horrible. This is crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to change my my wheel profile. I can't be using the Formula 1 profile for Farming Simulator. I literally am turning like I don't even know, maybe 2 degrees, and it's just fully just having a meltdown and in full lock. Right, give me yes, there it is. It is using the Moser 5 F1 profile for that is crazy. Oh, I love that. That was comical, to be honest. And there we go, guys. We have just made 26,156 pounds, and all we've done is sold some wood. That is amazing. Oh, there we go. I've got a full lock now on my steering. There we go. Lovely. But yeah, obviously it made sense why my lad got me a monitor, and it was like, I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I thought it was a bit weird, but I was thinking, and see, this was a conversation I had, but I didn't know he knew. I was thinking, I've got two 4K monitors out of like my PC setup. One runs OBS, one's what I'm playing on right now. But then my third monitor that I had is actually only a 1080, and I don't really like it anymore. It kind of, I'd like a 4K 60 hertz, try and blend it all in together. And I thought maybe he got me to swap that monitor or something, but no. Yeah, I had no idea, like I say, and I hadn't put the monitor onto like the PC or anything like that. And then yesterday I got a knock on the door, and yeah, guy stood there with a full racing cockpit, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And then the wife's like, happy birthday, even though it's like 2 weeks. Tomorrow it would have been 2 weeks late, do you know what I mean? So it's like just short of 2 weeks. So yeah, absolutely unreal having that. Absolutely unreal. We are running a little bit trying to determine what to do here. Right, we are going to have to run the New Holland all the way to the farm, I'm afraid, guys. It is going to take a little bit just to get there. But yeah, that is my day yesterday after stream. It was crazy. It was unreal. It was ridiculous. Built it all up, got the monitor on, and obviously still need to get a few little tweaks to it, because I'm going to have to buy a second keyboard and mouse. I need a wireless one, because it's in the corner of my game room. Yeah, I can't wait. That's why yesterday I was like, oh well, you know, we might play some racing. But obviously the cockpit coming today, I haven't moved that wheel over to there and things like that. So yeah, well, yeah, but to be fair, pal, it was a late birthday present, pal. It was a late birthday present. It was my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and like I say, I just blown away really that between them behind my back they've kept secrets and planned. If I ever die, guys, right, they've planned it. If I ever just disappear one day, maybe they plan to murder me as well. The wife does want to murder me now. She sat in my sim rig last night and was like, oh, I want one. Honestly, I can't wait to use it. I genuinely can't wait to use it, but I need to get a wireless keyboard and mouse. Otherwise, I have to keep getting up and down and up and down and up and down to, you know, to use that monitor. Because obviously, yeah. So I'm going to look at maybe having a little wander to Argos later on, and just, it doesn't need to be a cheap, it doesn't need to be a fantastic keyboard and mouse, you know what I mean? Just got to be a wireless one now to access over there. So I'm going to run 2 steering wheels, because I'm going to bring my, I'm going to get my other steering wheel out of storage. I'll have one for farming, one for racing. Honestly, I know, like, I'm not like trying to brag about it. I'm just proper like blown away, and I'm just kind of like trying to, you know, I'm blown away with like what they've done, and just kind of excited to tell everybody. You know what I mean? So it means Formula One streams are literally going to be coming really soon, and I'll be sat in my sim rig when I do it. The only issue I'm going to have that I've come across up to now is when I stream, I use like a really good quality Shure SMB microphone right now. If I'm sat in the sim rig, I'm probably going to have to use a headset microphone, because obviously the Shure SMB is not going to reach to ear. So yeah, the mic quality on sim racing may disappear, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to head off for a bit, and I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, as long as I'm live tomorrow. I am planning on being live, but the Dragon Lady isn't working tomorrow, so I'm not 100% sure what my plan is. Plus, to be fair, if I do, but yeah, do you know what? I'm going to be live at some point. I just don't know what time. Might be different tomorrow. Like I said, the Dragon Lady does have tomorrow off work, but I should be live. I should. I just don't want to get in that habit of being like, oh yeah, I should be live. I should be live tomorrow during the day. I definitely will probably be live tomorrow. I'm sure the Dragon Lady wants to truck on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I do feel bad because I didn't truck last night. But I didn't truck last night because I was too busy building a sim rig. All I can say is turn the notifications on, guys. I go live, I go live. You know what I mean? I should be live. Should be. That's really strange. Having I always have a frame issue in this little area of the map. Right, this is not going to take over long. I'm hoping more jobs come up though, guys. There is not a lot of jobs to do today. There is not a lot of jobs. Oh, I'll tell you what we will do. We will take that job. Weeding and hoeing, we are out and about doing right now. So, and we'll do field 12 as well. Oh, field 12 is bloody field 12 is on the bloody farm. Well, we can always do field 12 at the end when we head back. Right, let's get rid of some of these weeds. It gives us a little bit of work to do. It'll help us cover our daily loan fees for the day. Yeah, that is really, really terrible. On if I unlock the frames, I get 74 frames in this area, which is already bad because we can get 100 everywhere else on the map. But if I lock the frames, I can't get 68. There's something in that tree area there causes a little bit of stutter, but today it is very noticeable. Yeah, how are we doing, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys for the 1,200 likes. I do appreciate those already, guys. Thank you for doing that. I never ask people to like go live. I never ask really for follows or anything like that, but you know, if you are enjoying the content, you do like farming, you do like Euro Truck Simulator, you do like Snow Runner, you do like, you know, just basically simulating games. I will be playing some Formula 1 soon though. Yeah, like I said, I do try and go live about 5 days a week minimum. 5 different days as well. Some days get 2 streams a day. All depends on what I'm doing. I'm always up for a conversation. If anyone wants to be part of the multiplayer games we do play, you know, that is fine. Just kind of need to just know you a little bit. It's nothing personal against you as individuals. It's just we have ended up with horrible people on stream in the past. So I do like to have a little chat with people and just kind of get to not. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to ask you a million questions before I game with you. It's far from it. It's just I'm not going to put someone on stream without knowing them a little bit. Because I'm going back a few years ago now when we used to play a lot of Minecraft. We ended up having, you know, this guy was like, oh, can I come and join you and stuff, and I was relatively new to streaming. I'd only been doing it like a year or so, but it was still new because I was still learning the ropes, and you know, streaming now is a lot easier than it used to be. And we ended up, I was like, oh yeah, you know, come on, join the server, it's open to everybody. And he basically ended up being an absolute massive racist and homophobe. And yeah, so we kind of take these little steps just to kind of like be like, look, you know, join the Discord, you know, kind of be in the community for a week or so, you know, show you're not like a dick, and we get you into the games kind of thing. And it's just our way of just keeping the community safe. Plus, let's be fair, I don't want a community of racists and homophobes. So you know, they're not tolerated. Especially when I've got people of colour in the streams, and I've got people of different sexualities in the community as well. So you know, I like to try and keep everyone safe. We're just a nice, cool, free, chill zone. And like I say, it's not to say about everybody, and I know some people are really good and really cool and really chill, but you know, we have to learn from our past mistakes. If we don't learn from our past mistakes, we'll never get better. And that's why we do it this way. Field 4 is also there. Right, yeah. This may end up then, guys, being a very, very weedy day. But guess what? If they're the only jobs to do today, they're the only jobs to do. And we will do them. We will do them and get some money. If we can get £150,000 in the bank today, guys, we can buy a new field. Simple as that. Yeah, it's right where that horse is. We can get, like I say, we can get about 150 grand. We need basically 15 grand to cover loan fees. We will be making more money from wood very soon, so that, you know, that's not the end of the world. And we are currently on 76,000. We do need, we need a, oh, hang on a minute, guys. Hang on, I've just realised we've got a job to do on our farm. We have to weed. No, we don't. Sorry, we don't have to weed. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hang on a minute. Before we go anywhere, guys, before we go anywhere, let me just pull over here. We bought a new field, and I've not technically prepared it. Right, okay. I've got a very important job to do before we go weeding. We have to plant soybeans today. We have to plant our crop today, which does mean we're going to have to rent a seeder. We could buy one and waste all the money, or we could just rent one. And I'm going to rent this one. We can rent one of the first 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. So that falls lucky. That's 6 meters. Yep. Would have been nice if it had done lime at the same time, but that's smaller, and we can't rent that one. Although we've got a massive. I don't need ridge markers. We are going to lease that. That's going to be £2,000 to lease. Yeah, this is going to put soybean in our field today, guys. We do have some seed on the farm. I think we've got seed on the farm. Let me have a little travel back. There's a way to check if you've got seed, actually. Yes, I've got 1,200 litres of seed on the farm. There we go. So that will do. Oh, bless me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we've got to get these soybeans in early, guys, because we've also got to we've got to drive around the map doing other things. So I don't want to forget about the soybeans and then be harvesting this later in the season. So yeah, we just got to get this done. Yeah, we can do this at 6 meters wide as well. Right, back to the farm we go. Yeah, as soon as we get to here, it just stutters a little bit. Really strange. It's like really, really strange. Like, it doesn't happen every time either. It's when we pass that horse area. It's just starting to get a bit better now. That's really strange. Really, really, really strange. You know what I think it is? I changed the setting. I wonder if that's causing it. I had a setting change the other day. It's the only setting I do change, actually. Interesting. Don't have many settings not on max, but I don't. I say I use DLA. I don't use any DLSS at all. Let me just do that just for a minute. I just want to see if. Interesting. That made literally 0 difference. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Oh, Field 13 is a weeding contract. I'd like to weed that, please. I'm out weeding. I'd like to weed it, please. Gotta get over there before old Smokeless arrives. And we have, oh, is that a full pallet now of honey? It is. We got a whole pallet of honey. Nice. Oh, okay. There we go. Soybeans loaded, guys. I do believe this should be enough to go on soybean outfield. Soybean, I don't think is the... I suppose it all depends on the land, to be fair. I don't think it takes that much seed in soybeans. I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll find out the hard way. We'll go and see if 1200 is enough. It should be. It should be. We're going to the lime field just here, guys. This is where we're going. This is not a contract. This is literally our field. So once we've done this, we may have a little bit of field work to do here, but I do want to just get straight on with some contracts. I think we've got about 20 grand's worth of weeding contracts. A very weedy episode, but if they're the jobs that are up today, those are the jobs that are up today. There's not much we can do about that. I was hoping for some mowing contracts, but I don't think they start till May. And it is definitely planting season anyway. So this has more than enough power to pull this this seeder. It has more than enough power, but you know, I've got to just see. So we are right now only using 30 seeds per meter square. So this is very, very slow usage. Low usage. This is a very low usage. It might change, it might go to medium, it might go to high, but right now, yeah, this is fantastic. Like I said, 30 litres per meter square. We're hardly using any seed whatsoever. I am not using tram lines in my fields, guys. I do think the tram lines look very nice, but I like to get the extra crop. Especially at the moment when we're always fighting for income and money, so I'm not wasting time with tram lines. If you remember though, guys, we bought all this seed that we're using now in the discount shop, and it was super cheap when the shop were having a clear out. So you know, we bought it when we couldn't and didn't need it, and now it's coming in very handy indeed. Yeah, it is looking very, very nice indeed. The dust coming off the back is causing slight stutter. I don't know if it's been picked up on OBS, but there is that slight stutter still there. It's really weird. I am not missing anything. I don't think that'll make any difference whatsoever. But I'm not missing anything on this field. If it's a contract, it's a little bit different, but this is not. This is our personal field. I want every single litre of soybean. Right, that is now 40 litres per metre squared. 40 seed, sorry, per metre squared. So yeah, we are, yeah, that's gone from the best to the worst for seed usage. But this field is going to make us some really, really good money. I've got a couple of months actually, guys, to buy a harvester, so we do have to be careful with our money. I do want to try and buy a third field relatively quickly, but we also do need to have enough money to buy another harvester. The ones we can rent can't run our header, and then that would mean we'd be harvesting at like 3 to 4 meters rather than 6. So we do have to be careful. As you can see though, this is looking very, very nice. Nice to get rid of the lime texture as well. is not doing too bad. The only downside, actually, I think, even though we are at 6 meters, it's still not very wide, is it? But 6 meters is the bare minimum for this. The only way I would have been happier with this is if it had been fertilizing at the same time. But if you look, you don't need to fertilize soybeans. That's why I wanted to put soybean in this field, because I knew it would save me a little bit of money on fertilizing. We are also, bear with me guys, my pedals have just have just moved. There we go, lovely. But yeah, I don't need to waste any money on a fertilizer in this field. It doesn't need any at all. What we're on now, right? We've used like 4% of seed. That's it. I know there's still quite a lot to go, but I think overall that is really good actually. But we've only used 4% of seed and we've done 2 headlands now. I think we might be able to get away with not doing headlands now, but I think headlands are going to be the quicker way just to do this. We can just drive around in circles basically and get it planted. As long as the field gets planted, it doesn't really matter how we do it. It's not a realistic series. We're not doing like a role play series. I have thought about doing a role play series again. I used to do one on YouTube. I only got a few episodes in before my mum passed, so it kind of came to an abrupt end. I am thinking about maybe doing a roleplay series for YouTube again, and I'm thinking about maybe doing it on this map. I like this map. There's loads of different places we can work. We can set up little individual farms and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I am thinking about it. The issue is it takes a lot to do. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's not like oh, you can just record one episode in a day kind of thing. It takes multiple days to do different things, and I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Are you I am currently seeding, pal. I'm currently seeding. I've got to roll after this. We're planting soybeans. Harry, it's the only downside to when you watch the streams via TikTok, pal, that you miss the corners of the screen. Dude, thank you for the follow. You are follower number 1 of the day. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you to everyone who is hitting the like button as well. That is up to 1,200 likes now. That is crazy. Yeah, we are seeding soybeans at the moment. We are planting soybeans because I'm too cheap to buy fertilizer, so we're planting soybeans. Literally. Can't you tell I'm from Yorkshire? I'm too cheap to buy fertilizer, so we're planting soybeans. Plus, to be fair, the soybean is a crop we can just sell direct for income. Do you know what, dude? I love doing all root crops. I don't think in value they're really worth it unless you've got the production. But you get that many of them, they're still not a bad payout. You know what I mean? They just take a long time to do. But I love doing the root crops. If you go to my YouTube channel now and you watch this series from the beginning, this live stream series, I put all the VODs on YouTube every day. You will see we've done parsnips, we've done carrots, we've done red beet. Do you know what I mean? We've done loads. The only thing I haven't done yet is onions. And that's more because we haven't got around to, you know what I mean? We just haven't done onions yet. It's not really the game's fault. It's just our bad timing and doing other jobs has kind of meant we haven't done the new onions yet. But we will be doing them. We will be doing onions. I'm thinking, to be honest, I need to save up the money and buy the root crop production. If we can buy the root crop production, we can start planting our own onions and potatoes and stuff. Yeah, I love to do potatoes. I love to do sugar beet, all of them. I love to do them all. They take forever to do. Like if I was harvesting a field today, if I was harvesting that field in front of us there, that big one there, if that was a root crop, that would be the entire episode of just harvesting. That's how long it takes. But I freaking love it. I genuinely do. And the wife, whenever she's played Farming Simulator, she loves to harvest the root crop. My wife doesn't really like to play Farming Simulator. She does find it like, she'd rather like say play Euro Truck Simulator, things like that first. But she, if she does play Farming Simulator, she does love to just sit in a harvester, like root crops, and just harvest. She loves it. She once did it on Farming Simulator 19, and it took her about 3 hours to do the field. And next thing I knew, she hadn't finished. And I was chatting to her on a, you know, when we were just playing, and I weren't getting any answer from her. And it turned out she'd fallen asleep while harvesting, and she'd driven the harvester off the cliff on is it Riverport? Is it Riverport? Is that the default one? I'm sure it was something port or whatever it was on 19. I can't remember because it was just so long ago. And yeah, she drove off the cliff in the harvester. She fell asleep. You see, this is where I'm a genius, you see, because I have my own baby harvester. Now it does take even longer to harvest. That is one of the downsides. But I have my own mod that I've edited and worked on and stuff. Give me a minute. Where are we looking? So, potato technology. I have my own very old 1950s harvester with potato header, and then if I go into beet, I go somewhere, harvester there, and then it does all the rest, which is sugar beet, carrots, red beet, parsnips, peas, beans, spinaches, and onions. And that thing costs like 30 grand, but it is mega slow to drive, it is mega slow to harvest, and it only has a 10,000 litre capacity. But do you know what? If you put it on course plate, it works brilliantly, so you can run the trailer. Right. We're not doing too bad here, guys. We do have to roll this field, guys, so this is why I needed to get this done. We didn't roll our original first field because we didn't have a roller, so we went, well look, let's not roll it, we haven't got a roller. We do own a roller now. So do you know how to milk cows? Yeah, put them in a barn, not a pasture, and they will automatically milk into a tanker, into a area of the barn. If you've got cows just in an open pasture, they won't produce milk. Not unless it's a modded one. So hopefully that answers that for you. There are mods out there that can make it more realistic as well. Like for example, you can only milk a cow at 6 AM and 6 PM, like twice a day, rather than it just producing milk all day. But then you get it all at once, you will still end up with the same amount. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, you need to have a barn, pal. If you put them in a pasture, yeah, they don't produce milk. They also don't produce manure and slurry either. If you put them into a pasture, you need a barn for that as well. question for you. How do you get them out of a pasture? So what you do, I'll show you with chickens. It works on the same principle as a pasture. But I'll show you with chickens. So when you are, if they're in a field, go up to this icon here. It'll be the same icon on the cows. So for example, got icon here. There is another icon somewhere for. You have to forgive me where the icon is for the cow barn, just to show you. So what you do is, I've got a cow barn. You go here, and you press R, if you're playing on PC. And then you've got two, oh, you can't see this. So there's two options on the left-hand side. There's one for in, and there's one for out. So as you can see, if I press out, there are no animals to sell or move. And what you do is, you have a trailer here that can get the cows. And then you transfer them from the barn into the trailer. Then you do the opposite. You go from the trailer into the new barn. Right, you know. It'll make sense, yeah. Hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Ashley, dude, thank you for liking the stream. Hello, dude. I have seen you, dude. I have seen you liking the stream. I do appreciate you liking the stream as always, pal. Yeah. They don't die out, pal. They just stay there. The only thing I would recommend doing is when your cows get to about 48 months old or more, they will not increase in value. 48 months is like the maximum limit for like price. So like I've been selling chickens at the moment, because when chickens hit the full price, there's no point keeping them. I know you kind of produce eggs, you don't produce as many eggs if you sell your chickens, but I'm making money from selling the chickens, and I bred them all for free. So, you know what I mean? Just a little income. Yeah, I think 48 months is the highest price a cow can be worth. So it's always worth not, do you know what I mean? Harry, dude, thank you for the 4 roses, my friend. Dude, if you ever need anything, dude, I'm live most days. Even if I'm not playing farming, there's a good chance I can chat to you about it, do you know what I mean? Unless I'm super concentrating on something, but yeah. Hot damn! Harry has donated towards our Christmas tree. I do believe that is what happens. Yeah, there's a little Christmas tree, guys. I do not ask for any donations. I never do. I never ask for it, but we do have a little Christmas tree. It's just a little goal. TikTok help settles. We don't have to do it. It's just there just for people if they want to do it. I believe it fills up the Christmas tree with lights and decorations and stuff. But yeah, I will never ask you to spend money on TikTok. For example, if you buy £5 worth of coins and you send all, say, £5, the receiver doesn't get, the receiver only gets half, you know what I mean? But I never said to do that. If people do want to donate to the channel, which I never again ask for, there are ways to do it that actually benefit a streamer, and it literally, yeah, like the streamer only loses like 8% rather than like losing like 50% to TikTok. So just putting that out there. But I'm always appreciative of anything and everything. I don't ask for it. I should ask for it really, because I'm trying to do this as a job, but yeah, I don't ask for it. I'm not one of these. You will not see me as one of these people on Twitch who are begging for subs and donations. But I do appreciate every single one we get. I wish I had my bank card on my Xbox. Ooh, why don't you have your bank card on your Xbox? Or have you not thought about buying? Can you not buy like the DLC? I'll tell you what. Give me a minute. I wanna. Before I say any more here, Ashley, I want to see if I can answer my own question with something else. If you go to Islands, so it is only on. Right. So you can't buy DLC. You can only buy it through the Xbox. That is really bad, to be honest. I thought you might be able to buy from like a, you know, like a third-party website a bit cheaper. That's one of the joys about playing on PC, you see. I never pay full price for a game, ever. When Farming Simulator 25 came out, I bought the game and the season pass just for the price people were buying the game for. Because I use CD keys. I use my CD keys affiliate link, and everybody can get everything cheaper, but it is limited to consoles. It does do console, but not loads. The map is not free, pal. It is DLC. If you have if you bought the year pass, the season pass for year 1, technically it's free because you already bought the season pass. I do think this is the best DLC they've released all year, to be honest. This is why I'm live streaming this map, because I don't want this. I want this live stream to be hundreds of hours old. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying it. I love playing this map. It's a beautiful map. It's very well thought out. I've got that frame stutter again. Just give me a minute, guys, because I didn't have this yesterday, but I'm wondering if it's because I put my new monitor on. New monitor's turned off, but it doesn't mean that it's not causing me an issue. That's really, really strange. Shadow distant quality, that's what it is. I messed with that the other day. Yeah, there you go. I have a 7800 X3D, which will hopefully be upgraded in 2026 to a 9800 X3D. I currently run 2 graphics cards. I run an Intel A310 for encoding on the streams, and I run a 5090 for playing video games, and yet Farming Simulator still runs like shit on a 5090. It's terrible. I run 4 monitors, a Moser steering wheel, Rustmaster side farm stick control panel, and I have a side panel from the old couple-year-old side panel. I run a Shure SM7B microphone and a Go XLR and a Stream Deck. And I also run an Amazon tablet that runs Touch Portal, which is basically a second Stream Deck. Basically. Seth, my guy, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Then monitor-wise, I run 2 4K monitors, 27-inch. I run a 1080 monitor for running the chat on OBS. And then yesterday I set up a 2K monitor which is curved for my sim racing rig. And I have a GT Omega sim racing cockpit. Mine does alright on controlling my PC, say. Oh yeah, dude, like I say, it's because I've like maxed out the settings, and just sometimes the settings are just a little bit stuttery. My wife can play this game quite happily with no problems, yet my 5090 sometimes has a stutter issue. If you turn all the settings up maximum, that's when it does it. It's really strange. But like I say, playing in 4K, recording in 4K, streaming in 2K, streaming in 1080 as well, do you know what I mean? It's a lot of load. But the thing is, if I load up my menu now, like right now I'm getting 58 frames while in this field, which is why I'm noticing there's a little bit of a slight issue. Yet my GPU is only 45% used, you know what I mean? So there's more headroom in the PC than what it's, do you know what I mean? It's really weird. It's only this game it ever does. Farming Simulator 22 was exactly the same. Right, I'm gonna leave this running, guys, till I get to the end so we don't put tire marks in our field. It doesn't matter, does it? I'm gonna roll this field in a minute. I'm about to roll it. Right, that took a little bit longer to deal with that field than I actually anticipated. So we're going to take this back to the farm, we're going to empty it of cedar, and then I'm going to return the cedar And then we're going to get straight on with our rolling. And then that is that field done. So we own 2 fields. Both fields will be prepped and done. Yeah, like right now I'm driving down this road, 45%, 46% used, you know what I mean, on the GPU. And yet it keeps dipping down to 55 frames. It's really strange. But if I unlock the frames right now, 82, 85, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't understand why when the frames are locked, it's just so bad, really. Right, I'm going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there. We're going to do that. We're going to do into switch mode. We're going to send this seed back. That's going to give me a little bit of money back because it's in good condition. Fantastic. So that only cost us £1,200 in the long run. Oh, you're joking me. Do you use the government? No, I do not. I do not cheat on the game. Plus, to be fair, I get these menus on PC where I can just add money in anyway if I needed to. So I don't need to use like government subsidies and things like that. Yo guys, welcome to the stream everybody. I see there's a few people around on TikTok and Twitch. I do appreciate it. Did you build the yard? No, I didn't actually. That is the default yard there. The only thing I did build in there is I did put some beehives and I did put the chicken coop in. Right, so every time we drive past this when the frames are locked, yeah, you see, right now, I just dropped 40 frames coming in this area. It still took me down to 55 frames. That is really, really weird. That is really, really strange. Why that's doing that. And then as soon as I get away from the horse, back into the... Well, I'm in the 90s now. Really strange. Ooh. Give me a minute, give me a moment while I'm here. NVIDIA control panel, yes. Oh, don't you be a little bugger. Did I really do that? I just want to check something. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. You absolute asshole. I did. You dick. Oh, I did. Yesterday, I reset the control panel. The NVIDIA control panel. That has turned off some of my settings. That's why I'm having this issue. Because yes, I do. You little bugger. Right, give me a second. I just want to quickly do this. Shader has just lowered as well down. Yep. That's gone back to driver default. I don't want driver default. Don't want max frame rate. I want that turned off. I want that turned off. I want that turned off. I want that turned off there. I want that there. I want that on maximum performance. Yes, I have. Yes, I literally did that. Oh, what an idiot. Yep. Let me just do this. Right, give me a minute. Yeah, I had to reset my NVIDIA control panel yesterday when I was pissing around with my screen. Yeah, that's what it was. I've just put some of the settings. Now, these settings may not actually update until I actually reset the game. I might need to reboot the game. Yeah, there might be a little bit of stuttering coming up, guys, because I have just increased the shader cache. I think I might be better just rebooting the game, but I'm not going to do it right now. Screw it. We'll wait. Right, yeah, we're at the shop, guys, because I need to pick up my roller. Yeah, I changed the setting yesterday, and I wanted to change it on Formula 1 and not on like the overall setup, and then I realised what I did, and then I had to reset it, and then I think that's what it is, you see. Are you just buying fields near the farm at the moment? Yeah. I don't tend to buy at the opposite sides of the map, guys. It's bad enough driving the whole length of the map to deal with the production. I don't like to do it for fields as well. Right, okay, that's... Give me a minute, that's made things worse. But yeah, I'm just buying near the fields at the moment. Right, okay, that's why my shader panel, my shader cache didn't change size. Why didn't you change size? I literally changed you. Oh, won't be a second, guys. I'm just increasing that. Let me go into program settings. No, that's F1. Let's go on to Farm Simulator. Yep. Everything looks good there. Oh, that's really strange, yeah. So one setting was slightly not what I like to use, and I wonder if that was the problem. Anyway, yeah, dude, I am buying the fields near the farm because I like to just drive. I like to just kind of be in the area where the farm is. When I have to drive so much to different areas just for the productions, I don't want to be driving like the full length of a map to go and say work in one field. So my farm fields are always by the farm, and then the productions are wherever they are on the map. Like I say, on this series, because we're live and we can play as many hours as we want, we are playing to the point where you know, we can only, if a production is on the map, we have to buy that one and not use a mod one. We can only use a mod or a separate separate production if we are if there isn't one on the map. Hence why we own the actual sawmill rather than buying a cheaper one. We have the one that is on the map. I'll tell you what I'd like to do though. I would like to get our loans paid off. So if we look in the menus now, on our finance, we've got 14 months of our first loan left. That's our big loan. Our big loan is 14 months away from paying it off. If right now we've got a choice, we could spend the money we've got towards a new field, or we could buy. We could basically pay off a loan. If we were to pay off a loan... No, I do not want you. I pressed the wrong button there. I do not hire workers. The only time we hire a worker is for a harvester. But yeah, what I want to do is, you know, if we maybe pay that loan off, I know it would use up all the money and we wouldn't have two fields, but we also wouldn't be spending 8 grand a month. We can get another business loan once it's paid, and we could buy another production. You know what I mean? And we could make money from said production. But this is what I'm thinking about right now. What do we do? Do we buy a field and make more money, or do we spend the money to pay a loan off so we can get another business loan and make more product? Like, for example, once we get sheep, I would happily pay a loan off and buy the spinnery, because the spinnery would make us money. And a lot of money at that. But the good thing is, we could buy sheep and just sell the wool to start with. The loan's £117,000. £117,000. We've got 70 grand in the bank right now, and we haven't even contracted yet today. We could possibly pay that loan off today. I'm very tempted actually, because it would save us 8 grand a month. Granted, we'd probably go straight out and spend 8 grand. We're going to get another business loan, but it would help us. Oh, now I don't know what to do. Because, like, I want to get another field, but then again, if I get the field and we get barley off the field, we might make like 50 grand in barley. And then that would pay off the loan anyway, and we still got the field. Oh, do you know what? I don't know what to do. What do we do, guys? Do we buy a field? We buy a field. We buy a field. Let's buy a field. Let's buy a field. Now let's stick to our original plan. I'm always thinking about changing my mind, and that's where I go wrong. Get a field. Get a field. Get a field, Ashley says. I will, pal. I will get a field. Right, just to give you an idea then, just so you all know what the plan is. Field 10 is 130 grand. Field 9 is 103. But Field 3 comes with its own problems. And the problem being... Oh, it's onions! Oh! If we could buy that and then buy our harvester that we want to buy, we could maybe actually do onions. We were literally talking like 5 minutes ago about we've not done onions. The field, one of the fields we're looking at buying is full of onions right now. Or we get field 10, which is full of barley. In your series, are you allowed? No. Once you buy a field, you have to buy... The only ones we're allowed to flip are, for example, this one over here. We bought field 51. We harvested it for trees. But then once we did it, we replanted it with trees here, look. And then obviously we can flip that one because the trees take years to buy. They're the only ones we're allowed to flip. We can't flip fields to... so once we buy it, we buy it. That isn't then our field. You got to make it difficult, otherwise the game's too easy to play. You got to add these restrictions in. I have just realised though, guys, that we are already getting out of our depth with an 8 metre plough. Not a plough, sorry, roller. We need a bigger roller, guys. I'm gonna play a new map today. Nice. What map are you looking at playing? What map are you looking at playing? Ah, nice. That's just come out on it on the mod hub? Yeah, I thought it had. I've got the is it Winaloo or something it's called? It's like a UK Irish style map. I'm looking forward to playing that next. I was going to be playing it after starting them, and then this DLC came out, so I jumped on this one because, like I said, I like the look of this map. The only thing that annoys me with this map is I can't fix the freaking steam train. My steam train's broken. But I can fix it by starting a new save. But if I start a new save, I'm then buggered for everything else I need to do. Welsh map. I knew it was something. British, Irish. I wasn't wrong. Yeah, the update to fix the train came out and it was like, you need a new save. And it was like, nope. I was like 70 hours into this map. I'm not starting again. So we just call our train Old Smokeless. Oh, I missed one tiny little spot, but never mind. Yeah, headlands are just easy to do. We should end up in this corner then when we're finished as well. Although actually we might be better off doing rows now. I don't know. All I know is it's 9 o'clock in game. We've passed like 5 hours nearly in game, and all I've done is 1 weeding contract, 1 seeding in our own field, and we're currently rolling. We have procrastinated quite a bit today in today's live stream, so we do have to crack on with the work. Otherwise, we're not going to get all our weeding contracts done, and I'd like to get the weeding contracts done because it's money in the bank. I think what we'll do now is we'll just do some we'll just do rows and then we'll end up back at the gate. So if we have a big overhang like that, gives us plenty of room to turn around, and then we can come in like this and we start the next row. Nice. Yeah, that will do very, very nicely. Get along this edge here like this. Something new's come up in the shop. It's only 14.5 grand. Well, we'll have to have a look at that. 14.5 grand, something new. Oh, it's a round bit. It's a shame it only does 125 though, guys. Oh, if that had been a different baler. We need round bales, but 125 is not the best. Then again, we don't have a round baler. It's better than nothing. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. We buy it temporary. Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream today, guys. I've got like 5 or 6 people watching today. I do appreciate it, guys. Do appreciate it. A few on TikTok. Couple on the purple platform as well. Hello, welcome to today's stream. Big shout out to the people for the 2 new followers, and a big shout out for the 3,889 stream likes. Wow, that is crazy, guys. It will be Christmas in a week, guys. I can promise you one thing, guys. I do try and stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, especially during the day. MNZ, thank you for liking the stream, friend. But I will not be live over the Christmas period. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. I don't believe I'll be live. Unless the Dragon Lady wants to do some trucking, I won't be live. Because the Dragon Lady has time off over Christmas. It's also Christmas, and yeah. To be honest, I'm gonna get fat and I'm gonna drink. I got 2 bottles of rum to get through over Christmas, and I'm gonna get fat. And if Flo's already watching or watches a rerun of this like he does do, yes, Flo, I already know I'm slightly fat already. I'm gonna get fatter. I really am. I've got some awesome new rum. I bought a new bottle of Whitby rum, which is one of my favourites, which can be bought directly online from the Whitby distillery, which is fantastic. I've got loads of silage already. Nice. Yeah, I sold my silage bunker because I needed money. Plus, when I do silage, I'll just do bales anyway. But yeah, I don't have a. I've got a square baler. I don't have a round one. I don't know if I really want to be baling at 125. Sorry guys, I've got hiccups. I think 125 bales is just going to be a little bit too tedious, you know what I mean? A lot of the baling contracts and stuff are on big fields. Well, as you can see from this though, guys, we have made really good progress. We've got this done in about half an hour, in-game half an hour, by the way. Don't mind missing the odd tiny little bit if I have to. I don't want to make a habit of missing the lines though. We want to get it all nicely rolled. Yeah, guys, does that mean, can someone confirm for me on TikTok, have we hit 5,000 followers? I know we were trying to push for 5,000 for Christmas. Well, actually, we were pushing for 5,000 for the end of the year. I know we were kind of close. Not yet. What are we on, dude? What are we on? Can you let me know what we're on? I know we're close. Oh, I don't remember actually, to be honest. I know I was trying to get to 5,000 for the end of the year. Oh, I thought it was 4,995. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah. But it's actually funny, that's the amount of followers I've got. I've gained 2 followers today, but I've lost 6. I was definitely 4,009. No, hang on. If I had those 2 followers on, that would be 95. I was on 4,898 when I started today, which is why I thought the 2 followers took me over. But I actually lost more followers today than I've gained. Yeah, that'll be because of the people who watch the streams when I play trucking. I've got one guy who seems to follow me nearly every time I go live, or not, you know, like on an evening. He follows me like every day, which means he unfollows me to refollow me, and it's like, really? Well, I've stopped giving him a shout out now because I know it's him. If you're gonna just keep unfollowing me just to get another shout out, I'm just not gonna shout you out when I recognise the names coming up like every live stream. No, but just follow, enjoy the content. You know what I mean? You get a shout out if you just have a conversation with me. Yeah, he literally unfollows me like every time I go live just to refollow me just for another shout out. It's crazy. I just don't do it anymore. Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. I'm not really sure why that alert didn't come through, but it might just be delayed. Well, the alerts were definitely working earlier. This is the downside to TikTok. Their alert systems are not great. They are very temperamental. Right, that's 2 alerts in a row now not come through. What the hell is going on here? We had 2 following alerts work, and then we've had 2 not work. That is really strange. Let's have a little test. Right, okay guys, my bad. Apparently I'd caught the button on the stream deck and hidden the alert box. I'm sorry, guys. Matt and Ali, I do appreciate the follows, guys. My bad. I've caught the button when reaching for my my drink, and I've hidden the sauce. My bad. My bad. My bad. Bit of a Wally moment there from me, guys. So I do apologise about that one. Bit of a Wally moment from me. Right, that is our field completely done and dealt with. Just going to get this last little bit. I'm leaving the roller down, guys, so we can tidy up the tyre imprints. And then we'll deal with this off the field, which is like this and this. Nope. Helps if you press the correct button. But yeah, guys, thank you for the follows, guys. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'd accidentally turned the alerts off. Like I say, guys, fat thumbs. Fat thumbs. Right, let's take the roller back to the farm, because this is actually our roller. And we need a bigger roller. I don't mind rolling, but 6 meter rolling was hell. That was not nice. We need to at least try and get double that roller. We did pick this up in the second-hand shop though, so it's not the end of the world. It was cheap for a reason. It's small. Most of our machinery is cheap and second-hand and small. Honey, 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 honey. Honey is the best price. Ah. The honey was best price last month. Really? I was meant to sell that last month. I forgot. You suck. You suck, Matt. Right, yeah, so that is our field done. Dusted. Dealt with. Guys, I've not seen the train today. Has anyone seen the train today? I can't say I've seen the train today. Can we have a look on the map? Believe it or not, the train's actually coming. It has got no smoke, that's why it's hard to see. There it is, no smoke. Right, let's go to the shop, guys, and pick up our weeder. We've got our actual weeding contracts to do now, which we've been kind of doing for the last hour and 20 minutes, but we've been busy doing our own. Like I say, we'll be doing less contracts as our fields grow. You know, our field quantity grows. We do need to check on how much wood we need to top up on the sawmill as well. But yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, as soon as I come near the horse again, 55 frames. Really strange. Really, really strange. I've also got to be careful because well, listen out for the delivery man today. I believe the final Christmas present is coming today. Done good though this year, guys. Had most of the Christmas presents ordered over the last month. My youngest wanted a freaking Steam Deck, believe it or not. The Steam Deck, is that what it is? A little handheld Steam game. What it is all my kids have to turn their PCs off at 11 so they can try and get a good night's sleep. But two of my lads with like severe autism and stuff, they don't sleep very well. And he's like, but if I get one of them, Dad, could I have like an extra hour in bed, you know, just playing on it? It takes him a lot to unwind anyway, even though it won't help. But yeah, I'm not going to argue with him. He doesn't win. You don't win arguing with him. And he's like, but then, you know, sometimes, you know, if I want to come and sit downstairs, I'll be able to play my games downstairs. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. My kids do get a budget for Christmas. We're not made of money, especially this year. We had to put a new roof on our house. Which was absolutely extortionate, putting a new roof on our house. It's left me with quite a bit of debt, to be fair. But it is what it is. I'm still going to get my kids what they want for Christmas. No, I don't like doing this field. This field's horrible. I struggle to see where I've been. I'm gonna have to use GPS. I am remembering to use GPS today, guys. I am remembering. 2 headlands, yes. That is exactly what I want. I want that angle, actually. Nice. It's not even to use GPS for what it is. It's more just to give me the line so I know where I've been and where I haven't been. Yeah, we'll use GPS. Well, we'll use the lines from GPS, but we won't actually use GPS. This is probably going to be one of the bigger weeding contracts we're doing today, which is nice to get this done early. So we'll do field 25. I do believe field 4, I'm just going to look. Field 4 is pretty much next to us as well. So we'll do field 4 next. Then we'll drive down to field 45 and then we'll go back to the farm and do field 12 as we deliver the weeder back. That should then put us in a position to deal with the wood again. Up the sawmill and sell any extra wood. Yo, Theo, thank you for the follow. Yes, the alerts are now working again, guys. I do apologise to the few people when I accidentally turned them off. You know what it is? When I look on my OBS, I don't have it down as alert. I've got it down as the word test. I don't understand why. Rename, so TT alerts. TT alert 1, okay. I'll put it as that then. Well, there we go. That's why it didn't work the first time. Yeah, guys, thank you for the follows today. We're up to 5 follows. I do appreciate that, guys. Welcome to the stream. How we're doing? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today, guys. I hope you are all just smashing life, basically. Just being awesome in life, and yeah, why not? And I hope you're all excited for Christmas. I know some of you are going to be adults, guys. I know, but it's still nice to get excited for Christmas. You know, if you've got kids and stuff. What are you getting for Christmas? What are you getting your kids for Christmas? You know what I mean? I'm very interested. I'm getting £100. Nice, dude. Yeah, my dad's already said I'm getting 100 quid off my dad. My dad's in a nursing home and he's like, I'm still giving you £100 for Christmas. I'm like, alright, Dad, I'm not arguing with you. You know what I mean? No point arguing with him. He's nearly 89. He's stubborn and he just doesn't. Yeah, he's like, send the kids 50 quid and you adults, you and your brother can have 100 quid. I'm like, alright, Dad, whatever. I'm my dad's power of attorney, you see, so I have to deal with it all anyway, so, yeah. For everything, so yeah, I've got to go to the bank at some point. It's just reminded me, actually, I need to go to the bank today. I need to start doing those, because I have to do it in branch, because I've obviously power of attorney and stuff, because he can't get to it himself to do, and there's no way I'm setting my dad up on internet banking, not a chance. He'll get scammed to fuck. Because he's an idiot. Because he thinks everyone's nice and friendly. But yeah, that's just reminding me, actually, I need to go to the bank and send my brother some money. Oh, send his kids some money as well for Christmas. So yeah, do you know what? I'm quite glad we're talking about like Christmas and presents and stuff, because he's just reminding me I need to go to the freaking bank. To be fair, I'm gonna use my 100 quid he gives me. Like I said, you cannot give him it, but then he just won't talk to you. So you got to do what he wants. Plus, as power of attorney, you have to do what he wants. But yeah, 100 quid for the adults and 50 quid for the kids for his 4 grandkids. That's what he wants to do, so that's what we have to do. Yeah, I'm going to pay man off some debt. I know, £100 for Christmas, I'm going to pay off debt. But that's the downside to owning a house, innit? You know what I mean? We had to put a roof on our house this year, and oh God, the amount of work we had to do to the roof, it was absolutely rotten. We had 3 flat roofs replaced, and we had 3 pitched roofs replaced, and we had to get it in slate as well. And obviously we took it all off. We had to we had a lot of damage under the roof that you couldn't see from the outside or the inside until the roof came off, so that didn't help. So what was meant to be like a 4-day re-roofing job took like 2 weeks. Had to get new beams and all sorts, and so it cost a fucking fortune. Chimney needed redoing. 4 of our 7 chimney pots weren't even fastened down anymore. So we had them 4 removed. We had another 2 repaired because we do have log burners. So we had to do that. It was just hell having our roof done. It was just hell. And then we had one of the chimneys repointed while they were up there. Because I thought, well, we might as well. But yeah, it was hell, guys. It was genuine hell having our roof done. But it's been done. It's been done. That's the main thing. It has been done. Well, this field is actually flying through it very, very quickly. I do believe I might have missed some though. I don't think I have, but it wouldn't surprise me if I have. I'm just trying to decide. The field's only 54% done, but we are more than 54% through this field. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, strange. And again, maybe not, maybe not. It doesn't help I'm not actually using GPS for what it's supposed to be. I'm literally just using it because I can't see the weeds. I genuinely cannot see the weeds. Like those 2 rows were only 4%. This is, yeah, something's not right here, guys. Literally can't see the weeds. Oh, I can just about see them now on that angle, but that is a horrible angle to be watching the screen from. I just have a little look on the map. I feel like we've missed an absolute ton. And yet I haven't. Couple of little bits, but that's nothing. I tell you what we could do, guys. We could actually just sit first person for a little bit. It's not often we get to play in first person. Not bad, actually. Try and keep as straight as we possibly can on this line. I know, like I say, we could just use GPS and it would just whatever. I'm using the lines just so I don't know, but I can't see where the weeds are when I'm in third person. That's the problem. I tell you a feature on this game I would like to see added. Now, this, you're only going to know this if you are a Euro trucker or an American trucker. When you turn like this on American, on Euro Truck Simulator, the head moves left and right ever so slightly to give you like a better turning view. That would be a very awesome feature to add for first person. You know, so instead of having to move the mouse like that all the time when like you're playing on, say, a steering wheel, it would be so cool to just add that in, you know, like on the trucking. That would be a really cool feature, and I could really get on board more with first person driving if that was actually a feature. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, we seem to be building up the percentage now. I'm sure if we can't complete it, we'll go and find the couple that's left. Yeah, it's a lot quieter as well in the tractor. Oh, it is in my headset anyway. %80 done. Yeah, this is a good value contract to complete actually. Kind of cheating just using the lines, but at least I'm not missing any. Like I said, I genuinely couldn't see them, so. I reckon this is going to give me about 9 grand maybe. There will be more weeding contracts. Like I say, it might be a very weedy episode, guys, but if these are the jobs that I want us to do today, this is what we'll do. I'm hoping once this is done, it'll give us some contracts for fertilizer. I wouldn't mind some fertilizer contracts. I know you have to use the consumables on them, but they do pay relatively well, to be fair. Hey, genuine topic of conversation, guys. Did you know if you play on console? Now, this is kind of a few console guys. Euro Truck Simulator is coming to console next year, guys. I don't know how you know if you play it or not, or you know if you're on console and you think, you know what, it's a really cool game. Like if you have a steering wheel, it's a really cool game to play. Like really cool game to play. And yeah, for like I'm gonna be selling a Logitech steering wheel at some point too, for like 50 quid. So if anyone's in the UK and is actually interested, it's a Logitech G923. It is well used though. It's like, I'm not saying it's well used as in it's damp. It's just I had it for a few years and I farmed with it every day for years. But yeah, it's still in fantastic condition. The only thing it has with it is there's like a little like blue stripe on the top of the steering wheel. That's no longer blue. That wore off. But to be fair, if you undo the screw from the back, you could get a little bit of carbon fibre film and just you could just wrap it. Couldn't think of the word wrap then. Right, 97% guys, so we are going to get this done here. There we go. Didn't actually expect to get that. I was expecting to do a little bit more on that. But yeah, that is field 25 done. That is a big contract. £8,000. Wow, I did think it was in the 12s to be fair. So that's didn't pay out as well. Field 19 is also a hoeing contract, so we will do a hoeing contract as well. Right, so we need to go to field number 4, which is just in that top corner there, which is fine. There's the gate, there's the little dirt road. We'll go and do that right now. Field number 4. It's the closest one. Oh, we can get to it from this field. Handy. Now I'm gonna sneeze. Jesus. See, these are the weeding fields I like to do. Because I can actually freaking see the weeds. I don't need GPS when it's like this. Because I can actually freaking see them. Oh. Right, this one is definitely not going to take too long. Like I say, there are some relatively big fields, guys, but yeah, these are just the jobs there is. I am trying to hope and pray there's some fertilising jobs pop up, but they might appear next month, to be honest. If at all, they might not even appear. But yeah, we're 12% through this field already. We are flying through this because we've got a nice wide weeder. 14, 15. Yeah, this is going to be less. We'll have this job done by not long after 11 AM, and it is currently 10:56. I am actually talking in game, even though it is in real life only 10:51. Real life time's nearly synced up. There we go. One headland is going to be at least 40%. That is crazy. It's not going to be far off. One headland, one up and down, and a tiny little bit. And that's going to be this entire field done already. That is crazy. That is crazy. A manure fork has come up in the shop. If that's a manure fork for a skid steer, I might be interested, but if it's not for a skid steer, I'm not interested. That is all we have on the farm at the moment. We are 50% through this field already. It's taken 5 in-game minutes to do this field up to now. I was going to do rows, but I think it's just going to be easy to come down the field like this. Yeah, we are absolutely making awesome time right now. This is awesome. %. Right, we should be done coming back down the other way, really. This is what happens though when we can use slightly bigger equipment. Like I say, that rolling at 6 meters just wasn't enough. It was just hell. We need bigger than 6 meters for rolling. $89. Yeah, we're gonna be leaving this field any minute. I said just after 11. It's 6 minutes past 11 in game. We started about 6. Yeah, it's taken less than 20 in-game minutes to do this field because it's just how small and how big the weeder was. And there we go. Nothing we can do about the size of the fields, guys. That is just the way it is, and that is another £2,100. We only took that contract because it was right next to us. I'm not doing field 29 as a hoeing contract though. I don't believe I'm in the area. 19, 12 and 45. So 45 is by the sawmill. I need to go to the sawmill anyway to check on things. So yeah, loving that. Just in a nice little area, just chilling around. If we look on the map though, guys, there is a lot of weeding contracts. Look, 41, 45, 29, 13, do you know what I mean? So I know there are other weeding contracts out there. I'm hoping if we do the big one at 45, the other 41 one will appear as a contract while we're in the area. And we are literally in the area with the weeder, so it makes a lot of sense to do it. Yeah, big shout out, guys, to all the people in the stream today. I do appreciate it. I appreciate lurkers. I appreciate everybody, guys. I appreciate everyone. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. If you just want to sit and lurk, I tell you what, I wouldn't mind. The one thing though with lurkers, and I know lurkers they like to watch and not talk. It would be nice to just put, say, hashtag lurk in the chat, and then that way I can, you know, I just to be like, you know, I'm here, I'm watching, you know, that'd be quite cool. Yeah, we are going to the field right next to my sawmill, actually. Whoa, sorry, boss. Sorry, my bad, my bad. My bad. My bad. I can't believe it's Christmas. Do you know what, right? It's Christmas, right? I've not listened to hardly any Christmas music. Only the free stuff here. That we get from Stream Beats, which I can't say is overly Christmassy. But it's classed as holiday music, so whatever. But yeah, I haven't watched a single Christmas film. Right, genuine question, guys. This is going to be tomorrow's stream title. Die Hard is a Christmas film. It is a Christmas film. It is a Christmas film. One who wants to disagree with me. There's always someone wants to disagree. Die Hard is not a Christmas film. Yeah, it bloody is. It happened on Christmas bloody Eve. It's a Christmas film. There's a Christmas tree. He saves his wife from dying over Christmas. Reunites himself with his kids at Christmas. He also brings his kids a Christmas present. Die Hard is a freaking Christmas film. If you tell me Die Hard is not a Christmas film, neither is Home Alone. Sorry, but if Die Hard is not a Christmas film, neither is Home Alone. Just saying. Die Hard is a Christmas film. It's Christmas Eve at a Christmas party, saving his wife from dying, you know, reuniting with his family, which is what you do in a Christmas film. Like I say, Die Hard is a Christmas film. If you disagree, you're just wrong. Yeah, that's a subject to talk about, innit? You know what? That's going to be tomorrow's stream title. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. See, I saw an interview with Macaulay Culkin the other day, actually, on TikTok, and he was asked if Die Hard was a Christmas film, and he said no. And then the guy who was presenting the radio show, podcast, whatever it was, basically said, well, why isn't it? And he went, well, it's nothing to do with Christmas. But neither's Home Alone. Home Alone has got nothing to do with Christmas. So if Die Hard isn't a Christmas film, neither is Home Alone. Oh, he reunites with his mum on Christmas. John McClane saves his wife after midnight, which makes it Christmas. Sorry, Christmas film. Die Hard is a Christmas film. If Die Hard isn't a Christmas film, then neither is Home Alone. It's as simple as that. If you go down the logic of it, either they're both Christmas films or they're both not. And I will have that discussion all day long, guys. I will have that discussion all day long. Die Hard is a Christmas film. And if you don't like it, speak to the Dragon Lady. Then she'll probably just beat you up, to be fair. She's quite angry and aggressive. She's like all 5'6" of her. I'll tell you what, we are getting through this contract lovely and quickly. Weeding contracts are lovely to do. They are absolutely lovely to do. They don't cost us anything but a bit of time and a little bit of diesel. No consumable items have been used in this. I went to the sawmill, guys, and I didn't look how much wood I needed to put in the sawmill. Ugh. I'm 6'3". Wow, I'm not. I'm unfortunately only 5'10", but my wife is still smaller than me, so that's the main thing. Although I have got no issue with tall women at all. Short kings rule as well, guys. Short kings rule as well. Ashley, though, dude, I am gonna very, very much upset you now, though, dude. There is a member of my community who is 6'7". There is also a member of my community who is 6'8". So you coming in at 6'3", you're not that big, guy. You're not that big, pal. Honestly, I believe Regal is 6 foot. He's 6'7", and I know fine well Flo is 6'8". My two Twitch viewers, they are both in. Yeah, but to give you an idea, they are both from the Netherlands, guys. And as you all know, the people from the Netherlands, I don't know what they do, but they are a big bunch of people, a big bunch of bastards. Yeah, they are massively tall over in the Netherlands. I reckon if you're under 6 foot, you probably get disability. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. Oh, I'm only 6'1". Stam. Disability. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Jerry is. You know what? I've got a lot of freaking people in my community from the Netherlands. Jerry, I believe, is well over. I think he's about 6'5". I think he said he was. That's 3 Netherlands people in my community, and they're all 6'5" and above. That's. Yeah, one of them's definitely 6'5", because Flo was taking the mickey, like, oh, look, just a little baby. And I was like, piss off, Flo. Yeah, that is not going to give... I want the other... I know that's going to be a weeding contract. That's the worst thing. 41's a weeding contract, but it's not going to give me 41 unless I do 29. And I don't want to do 29. Don't want to do 29. It's not going to give me field 41. 41 or 44. It's not going to give me that contract, guys. So that's not the end of the world, guys. It means we've got 2 more contracts to do, and they're both by our farm. So, which is a good thing, because that's where we're going to leave the weeder anyway. That's going to be all our weeding contracts apart from these 2. One's a hoeing contract, one's a weeding contract. We'll get them both done, and then we are well on our way. Whee! Over the bridge we go. Got to turn right in a minute, guys, and go over the other bridge just there, and then up towards our farm. We've got at the most about an hour left to stream. I don't feel like we've really done much today, but we have. The contracts we've done are quite big. But we're not going to have the money today to buy our field, I don't think. We need 15 grand in the bank. Let's go and drive through the area of lag. It's just here. Whee! As soon as you see that horse, boom, frame. Just. My watch is telling me to stop being a lazy bugger. Right, we might as well do... I wasn't going to do field 12 first actually, but since we're already here, it kind of makes a little bit of sense to do field 12 first, doesn't it? This is the hoeing contract. Depending on which way you're driving, it is a little bit difficult to see. So I'm going to start in this corner, and then that should get... That's the way we want to do it. Lovely jubbly, as Del Boy would say. Yeah, as soon as you go onto this angle coming down here, you don't see the weeds, but if you go across that way, you do see them. That's our biggest problem at the moment. It's just seeing the weeds in general. Yeah, between this one and between field 12 and field 19, we should be pretty good. Make us about another 15 grand, I reckon, between the two fields. Like I say, I don't actually need to use GPS, guys, because I can't see the weeds, so I'm just using it as an idea of where I've been. Kind of cheating a little bit, but you know what? It also kind of works well. I don't feel like it's cheating. If I use GPS, I wouldn't even be steering. At least I'm just using the lines for the markers. Something in the show. Ooh, that's not too bad though. Wouldn't mind another track. Wouldn't mind another trailer. And it's a trailer. We can put another one on the back. We could have a Flow Express. It's Christmas, guys. Come on. It's beginning to look a lot like bankruptcy. Depending on how much you spend on your kids, though, it is. Well, I can't really, Mum. It is 33% done, and we've only just done one and a quarter headlands. 34% done. We're about 1.5 headlands done. Not too shabby. Like I say, it does kind of suck when we're just doing like the same job all day, but unfortunately, with the way the contract systems work on FS25, it's that time of year where the fields need weeding. You know what I mean? What else are we supposed to do? There's no other contracts to do other than dead wood or wood transport. So, and these earn really good money, to be fair. I don't mind weeding, and I don't mind hoeing contracts as well. They pay really well, and apart from a little bit of time and a little bit of diesel, they don't use out. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it is just easy money. We're at 12:10 now, so we're like just over halfway in our day. That's... Yeah, we've gone from 46 grand to 88 grand between selling wood and contracting. You need to try and... I'd like to get to about 120 grand. I'm not going to lie. If I can get to 120 grand, I can buy the field and I'll have enough money to cover 1 month in the loans, which means then we can contract next month, and that would get us a new field. That's the plan. But the new field also means we need yet another reason for a harvester. We have a header, but we have got to be careful what harvester. Now we can rent a harvester, but we can only rent one of the first 3, and the first 3 suck. But that's why they're there, to make it harder. You don't want to be renting a harvester and having like the best ones, you know what I mean? You have to rent one of the first 3 items. The only way that rule doesn't count on renting one of the first 3 items is if you go in the miscellaneous category, for example, because if like the 4th thing is the thing you need, because the first thing are not. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, that is 67% done. I'm just going to keep trying to get this other hoeing contract. I know it means going back to the bottom of the map, but it's not going to come up, is it? And it's going to come up as soon as I finish this field. I know it is. It's going to bite me in the ass at some point. Yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. I do appreciate it. Really, really, really do. Thank you for being part of the stream and having a conversation. Watching the progress we make over on this. Like I say, I know doing the same job does not great, but there's nothing else to do. And we're at the moment, we're trying to make as much money as we can. And this is one of the quickest ways. Between this, weeding, hoeing, cultivating and ploughing are the best ways to make money, because all it takes is an implement, mowing contracts as well, to be fair. All it takes is an implement, some time and diesel, and that is it. Nothing else is required. Like, fertilising's nice, but it costs a lot of money. But when you have a nice 42 metre spreader, you can get them done quickly. So the time they take to do outweighs the cost of the consumables. But you get the idea. If you were fertilising like 3 metres at a time, it wouldn't be worth it. We are on 86% done on this one now, so that leaves us with 1 left to go. I know field 41 is going to come up as soon as I've done one of these 2 fields. But it can bugger off till for now. Actually, that might, I suppose it could be a spraying contract actually. But then why is it not coming up as a spraying contract? I'm hoping that between these 2 jobs, though, this is going to take us over £100,000. Between the wood that's already at the sell point, we should be good. We should be able to buy the field and buy the pay next month's loan. We've got till about June for harvest season. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Check that. So 1 field is barley, that would be June. We're wheat, so that is July. Okay, and soybeans is ready in October. Wow! That's a very late harvest. I'm not moaning. It just means we might have to rent a harvester twice. Oh god, that means we're going to have to rent a harvester twice. No, that's not... Yeah, that sucks. Okay, we maybe should have put a wheat or a barley in that field. Although we couldn't. That's the problem. Right, let's cash in that nice big contract. £7,400, guys. This next one's only 5 grand though. It's not as much money as I thought it was going to be, actually. Hey, it does not want to give me any other contracts today, does it? That is really strange. We got some eggs to sell. We got some honey to sell. We got something to sell. Why don't you buy a combat? I did buy one, dude, but unfortunately I had to sell it because I needed the money to pay for the windmill. But if I buy a combine now, then that means my field's going to go out the window and then we'll only have 2 fields still. So I might have to rent a really cheap, crappy one this year, which is going to drag the harvesting. But if we buy the 3 fields we're looking at, well, we buy the field we're looking at, it won't really matter too much. Because we all need harvesting on different months. One's June, one's July, and one's October. So even if we get a small one, we'll have all stream to harvest it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Whee! Well, that is flying up there already. But either way, this contract is going to take us over the £100,000 mark. Depending on what wood and what other contracts, we could do some deadwood contracts. Like I said, there is a little bit of honey. There's a little bit of eggs. They're not the greatest price, but yeah, we could sell it. Yo, Military UK coming in with the follow. Hello. Thank you for the follow, my friend, and welcome to the stream. How you doing, pal? How are you doing? I am in a very good mood. I am in a very, very good mood. I am doing good. One of my birthday presents my wife got me was delayed. It was on back order and it arrived yesterday, and it turned out my wife bought me a sim rig. So I'm in a very good mood today. I'm very hyperactive. Yes. Yes. Yes, it puts me in a very good mood. It is the Highlands DLC, yes, pal. Yes, it is. Welcome to Scotland, guys. Do you know the one thing that's missing on this map? There should be a fizzy pop, like a soda, a fizzy pop production that is making Iron Brew. I feel like an Iron Brew factory is missing. Even if it's just a building and you can't do anything with it, there should be something Iron Brew related on this map. Definitely. I gotta go have a good trip. Yeah, dude, thank you for coming in and thank you for the follow, my friend. That is now 6 new followers today, guys. Got 13 yesterday. We got 10 or 11 the day before that. We're doing good. For 3 hours worth of streaming, guys, we're building up a little community. I see regular people coming in the chat all the time now for a conversation. Shout out though, guys, if any of you play Minecraft, we as a community have a Minecraft server. It is completely free to play in. All you need to do is be in the Discord to be whitelisted. It's as simple as that. And yeah, all the information to join is then in the Discord. Yeah, that is something that's always worth mentioning. Ooh, heating's turned on. I thought my ass was getting a bit warm. Heating's turned on. We're making very, very good progress today, guys. We've made a lot of money. Like I say, these are super easy contracts to do. They earn really good money, so it's silly not doing them. Yo, thank you for liking the stream. Is that pronounced as Lily? I do appreciate you liking the stream. Thank you very much. In the words of Elvis, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, good progress. Good progress, money-wise, job-wise, farm-wise. We're so close to buying that barley field up there, though. I want that barley field desperately. There is a New Holland come up in the shop, 35 grand. What New Holland is that? It is a New Holland header, and it's bigger than ours? Wow. One, two, three. That does not give us very many options. That gives us absolutely shocking options. I won't mind, but the harvester we buy is the fourth one, and we can't buy it. We can't even rent it. No, got to earn some more money, guys. We need to earn in the next month, May. Yeah, May. Oh God! In the next month, we got to earn like 100 grand, and that's if, and that's then we got 15 grand loan, so that's 115 grand. No, it's 70 grand in it for the harvester, but I need an extra 20 grand now. But yeah, within the next this April and May, we got to make about 120,000 pounds, which. It's kind of doable, believe it or not. It's kind of doable because of our sawmill. Our sawmill is an absolute machine. What a machine you are, sawmill. Come on, guys. Apart from the word sawmill, what is that quote from? Come on. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me? What is that quote from? What a machine you are, John, is what the full quote is. I am building the castle. Yes, I am over halfway through building the castle. I am over halfway. And I am 3 stages into building the windmill as well. Did you know there's a windmill to build as well? I'm asking because I was live streaming this for about 15 episodes before I realised there was also a freaking windmill to build. Right, that is our final weeding contract that is on the map for us to do. What did I tell you? That contract was going to come up as soon as we... I knew it was going to come up. I hate this game sometimes. I'm about 20 stages in. I'm on... nice. Yeah, I'm on like 34, 30... I'm over halfway on the car. I'll show you in a minute. Let me just go drop the weeder up at the farm. There, you can see how much he's built over there. And even in the distance. I knew freaking 41 was going to come up at some point. That's annoying though, because if I was in the area and it came up, I would have bloody done it. But I'm not taking the weeder all the way back down there. Right, so let me just give you a little whirl. My castle is on stage 40. Wow. And windmill is on stage number 3. Yeah, looking forward to getting this built. That reminds me actually, while we're in the area, let me just jump out of here. Wow, we need to add basically 40,000 litres of trees. Oh, nice. So we've got, let's have a look. What have we got in value right now? Trying to work out because we need to get the money together. Wooden beams, we've got nearly 2 of those. So that would be 6. Oh, I'm not delivering to the castle. The castle's not taking them. So 3 grand. Let's just call it 3 grand a pallet. So 6 grand. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,000. And then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I've got about £17,000 in wood ready here. That's not too bad. That's almost worth delivering, guys. Almost worth delivering. Right, so we need to get back in there and we need to take this to the down to the sawmill. Then let's go and get that. We can buy a field today, guys. We are buying a field today. We just got to go and get the trailer with wood. I also need to sell the eggs and the honey. Not really worth a lot of money out the eggs and the honey, but I need to make sure I can cover the loan fee as well. How much do I need for the field? Because I could buy field 9 now, but I want field 10. Whoa, that's more money than I thought. Oh, that's more money than I thought. Ah, crap. It was the onion field. I really don't want the onion field though, that's the problem. I want it for price, but I don't want it for its location. I know it's not far coming down here to get it, but right now I don't know. It's not really what I want right now. I need another 30 grand just to buy the field. That means I need another 50 grand today because I need 15 grand to cover the loans as well. Oh, that's not really what I wanted. That is not what I wanted in the slightest. I'm trying to decide if it's worth starting to make some prefabs, get more wood flowing through the sawmill. But the problem is I've got to add like 50,000 litres every single live stream to the sawmill. You know what I mean? It's crazy how much I've got to add. I don't know if it's worth. I really don't know. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. The onion field is within reach, but barley field is the barley one I want. Otherwise, I've got to buy 2 harvesters. Plus, I'd have to buy a harvester just to harvest one field once, because I probably wouldn't put onions back in that. It's too small a field. Oh, I don't know. I'm really torn here. But either way, first thing we've got to do, guys, this is our trees all up here around the windmill. They're the trees we're taking at the moment, guys. So, yeah, we're kind of deforesting this area. So I want this. Spend a bit of time and then we'll sell the wood at the end and kind of see where we are. We need 130. We need at least minimum 145,000. Yo, Big T, thank you for the for liking the stream, my friend. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Right, so this hasn't grown much. Nope. This hasn't grown much. It's got a little bit more room to grow, to be fair. So's that one. Some of these trees are very freaking annoying. Is this in our land? Let me just have a look. Let me just look. I can't really see, actually. I feel like that is in our land. Halfway through that tree. I feel like this is in our area. I tell you what, we'll find out. If it doesn't let us cut it, it's not in our area. It's in our area, you guys. It doesn't let us cut it if it's not in our area. This is 17,262 litres just in one tree to deliver. So that 40,000 we need to deliver, this is nearly half of it. Like I said, I'm trying to take big trees at the moment. Oh. Now the problem I'm gonna have, getting it out. Whoa, I forgot about that. I forget about that every time, right? If we cut this about there, this should make it easier. So the trees were 15,000 litres nearly. So we do lose 2,000 just because of the stump. That is crazy. To be honest with you, actually, it's going to make it getting out of this gap a lot easier because it's a lot shorter. And all we're going to do now is drag its ass to the windmill. No, we're not. The sawmill. The sawmill. Sawmill. Do you know what? Why are I putting sheep down here? I have all this grassland. I could put a sheep pasture here. A long way from the farm, but apart from adding water, what else do I freaking need? I've got a forklift over here to load the pallet. My trailer I use to sell lives down here. It might be worth putting some freaking sheep on this bit of grass. Running over the tree stumps. lovely. Just beautiful. Put that into there like that. Put that into there like that. And there we go. I don't believe there's many more big trees here. I need to let them grow a little bit more first. Take a wide berth there. Turn in on myself. That should avoid some of the branches. It did. Oh, some of the branches travelling through this tree. That's strange. Either way, this will be 15,000 litres of the 40,000 we need in there. So another tree like this and we would be absolutely laughing. I need more mouse space actually. Right, so we've got that on there, we've got that there, let's go there, let's do this. 127, so yeah, 13,000 litres is all that's going to fit into there now. I'm sure there's no other big trees down there though, not that I'm aware of anyway. Let's have a little look up here, because this is also all of ours as well, guys, so we can take all the trees down from here, but we want big trees, we want big trees. That's not too bad actually. I think we'll go with this one. Plus, we need to be taking some of the trees down as well, guys. Just so you're all aware, windmills are less productive if they don't get the wind. So if the trees are blocking the wind, yeah. I wonder how heavy this is going to be. Wow, that took a long time to get through there. Wow, that was crazy. How heavy is this tree? It's only 4.2 tons, so we can take it in one go. There's also something new in the shop. It is... hey, it would mean we could do some rock crushing. I got Christmas songs in my head now. I hummed it once for like 10 seconds and now it's stuck in my head. Right, let's get this one delivered then. Whee! If we can winch it, we will winch it. We're literally driving over the road. Not like we're trying to... You know what? We could actually chop up some trees and sell it for cash. But we make more money from the literage on the trees. Look at that. Straight in there. No problems at all. Like a glove. And there you go. That is the windmill topped up. That was so freaking quick to do. Now the question is, what contracts are there to do? Because we're kind of a little bit short on jobs here, guys. We're kind of a little bit short on jobs. Deadwood. I suppose that's all there is to do, really. The Deadwood contracts in this area, though, are lovely to do because it's so easy to find out what trees they are. Not just because of the marking, because I've already deforested this entire area nearly. The only reason those trees didn't get taken down is because at the time they were baby trees. I don't take them down if they're under 20 meters. Oh. This is 12.5% for each one. Not many to do. Easy money this. I'm just trying to pass a little bit of time before we can get on with the selling from the sawmill. So I like to be live about 2.5 to 3 hours. We have been live 2.5 hours though. I just feel like we've wasted a lot of the day because it's been dark, but it's only 2:10. Right, there we go. I won't mind, but these deadwoods are actually worth like nearly 2,500 litres a tree. If they were close to the sell point, we could actually just drop them off. But there you go, there's another £1,200 made. Not really. Have a look. Bale wrapping, I don't have a bale wrapper. Hoeing, I'm not driving all that way for £2,000. Another deadwood contract if we wanted to do it. Wood transport, that's not worth it. 21 logs, that amount of distance, it's not worth it. Although I'll give you one thing, if we do this contract, we would start and finish at the sawmill. Do you know what? Let's do it. We're only doing this one though, guys, because it's the logs are literally outside the sawmill, which is where all my loading equipment is anyway. Can't really argue with that one, can you, really? And to be fair, it's an extra $5,000 in the bank. Yeah, I don't like doing these contracts. I don't tend to load them very well. And the fact there's 21 logs, what we'll do is we'll do this and then we'll go and We'll do this and then we'll go and sell the wood from our sawmill. We'll get that loaded up and that'll make all the difference. Yeah, we're only doing this one because it's literally right outside our sawmill. Don't normally pick up 2, let alone 3. Jesus Christ. What's going on here? Hey, if I'm loading 2 or 3 at a time, I'll happily deal with that. I say I normally do them 1 at a time because I suck at front loading. The more we can get in one trailer, the better it'll be. Come on, there we go. I'm good at front loader. I am shocking at it, pal, but to be honest, I'm getting better. It's something I didn't like doing, and on this series I've kind of made a point that, you know, we have to do it, so I've kind of been getting better at it. I'm not great at it though, that's the thing. I'll tell you what I might do actually. I might plug the New Holland onto this. Let the New Holland deliver it up there. It might be a lot easier. Trying to figure out which way that goes. That way. It goes that way. It goes that way. If I plug the New Holland onto the tractor, onto the trailer, it'll drive up there better. It's twice the power of the JCB. I feel like we should be getting 2 of these logs now. We're only getting the one, I'm afraid. I sucked on that one, didn't I? How many logs can I get on this in one go? I'm not going to get them all on, that's obvious. Ah, you suck. No. Didn't want to lose that one. Didn't want to lose that last one. You reckon that's pretty good? I don't think it's done too bad, really, considering I suck at this kind of work. I'm gonna have to take it back with another tractor load, so I might as well do it this way. We'll use the New Holland. It'll get there and back quicker, that's for sure. The JCB does struggle ever so slightly. To be fair, actually, this JCB is worse than the last one. The last one had high hours, but it was 150 horsepower. This has got 0 hours on it, basically, and but it's only got 130. Like, I genuinely reckon that you could get more on that, but if I put more on that, I'm going to end up spilling. So I think I'd rather just use the New Holland and do it this way. But we'll go and sell these logs or deliver them. Like I say, it's £5 plus the wood moving. But we'll be able to buy the field today. I just don't know if we're going to be able to pay the loan as well, and we have to pay the loan. I'm wondering if it's worth delivering some of it to the castle. It's a better price at the castle by a couple of £100. We can also then drive down to the farm after that, and we can pick up the honey and the eggs, and we can sell those while we're going to the town. That would pretty much, I think, guarantee us. The honey and the eggs should cover half the loan payment, and then this should cover us nearly for the field, and then whatever it is for the wood. In theory. In theory. Bloody hell, what is our bloody eating on? I'm sweating. In fairness, guys, I am literally sat on the radiator. It's only gone up 1.1 degree. I'm literally sweating. Literally sweating. Like, I feel like they're not stacked very well. That's what annoys me about this trailer. Like, I just feel like you could get more on it if it was stacked a bit better. I think, what did we do? Leave 5 logs behind? 5? A long way to here, though. I have seen it on this map where when you deliver logs, you can pick them up from the sawmill and you deliver them to the sawmill. So you pick them up outside and you drive them in. It's crazy. I've seen that once. Actually, I haven't seen it since the update. Then maybe take that one out. I hope not. Get down here. We'll deliver these first few logs. I like a racing car. Meow. We are 66. So we did sell £18 in wood. And we got £1 environmental score reward. I don't really know why we got a reward, but we did. Yeah. That is 2/3 delivered. Yeah, this is the only downside to this job. This is a long ass freaking drive down. This is crazy how long it takes to get down here. I won't mind, but the journey we're going to do once we've loaded... What I might do is I might load the trailer by just using a bit of super trend, because we are coming towards the end of the live stream. Like I said, 2.5 to 3 hours is a good live stream time for me. I don't like to push myself too much. Like I said, I am also waiting for the delivery to arrive, and that will be here in the within the next 2 hours anyway, so it's kind of nice just to... Was it new in the shop again? Another wait. But yeah, kind of yeah, gives me like the afternoon to chill out and relax and do a bit of me. There we go. Yeah, kind of get a little bit delayed now for time. I might super strength this as well, because I am, like I said, I need to get done in like within the next 20 minutes. And I've got a load to do on this save before we finish. Yeah, I'm just gonna... You saw me load the first trailer by hand, guys. I did it properly. Like I said, I'm just running a little bit short on time now. It is the new Highlands DLC, pal. The new Highland DLC. It is by far a absolutely, truly fantastic map. Like I say, I'm just super strengthening now because I'm running out of stream time. I like to stream for about 3 hours, and I've got this to sell, which takes like 5 minutes to get there and back, and I've got to get to the I've got to load up my other trailer yet, and I've got to drive to the castle, I've got to drive up from the castle, I've got to go to the warehouse, I've got to go to the farm. I've got loads to do in the next 15 minutes basically. Let's get this one done. Come on, New Holland, away we go. Yeah, when I do sim racing though, guys, I might play for a little bit longer than 3 hours. I haven't really decided yet. Like when I play SnowRunner, I can play SnowRunner for like 12 hours. It's crazy how often and how long I can play that game for. Farming, I like to just do one in-game day for a month. That's, like I say, approximately 3 to 3.5 hours is kind of an in-game day, but I stream for like 2.5 to 3. Kind of sucks driving all this way with like half a trailer, do you know what I mean? Really does suck. But I am very, very happy with the way we can do this though. So this contract is going to pretty much buy us our field. But it's not quite. And then, like I say, the wood we're going to sell is going to basically buy us the month's worth of loan. But that does mean next month, guys, we need to make about 85, 85. We need about 87, 88,000 pounds next month just to buy a harvester. If we buy a harvester, yes. If we rent a harvester, we are going to be very, very slow. And we're going to have to rent a harvester and a header, because it won't our header. And we're going to have to rent it 3 times. Granted, we can rent it once and it'll go into 2 months. But then I'm not going to rent it from July all the way to October, when I need it again in October. But it also means moving the harvester is going to be extremely slow. Extremely slow. We're also going to load our, if we load our trailer by hand, I want to load it slightly backwards. I normally put the big long planks to the bottom because they're easier to stack on top of, but I need to put them on the top. Otherwise all the trailer's going to fall apart when I sell everything else at the castle. Hopefully though we can sell everything at the castle apart from the long planks, the normal planks, sorry. Normal planks will just go to I don't know, to be fair. Right, that contract is done. Done, dusted. Of course, field 27 to come up as a hoeing contract. We could have done that earlier. Could have done with that earlier. So that is going to be 100 and... No, it's all right. I don't have enough money still to buy the field. I'm pricing. When I'm talking to the pricing, I'm talking about the price of the onion field, not the barley field. We're buying the barley field. Come on, Matt. Remember that. Come on. We're being an idiot now. We're being an idiot now. We are being an idiot. Oh, there's the smokeless steam train. Meow. Don't be beeping at me. Freaking barrier's up and you're still sat there. Idiot. Yeah, we're going to put all the planks on the bottom because they're going to be sold last. We're going to put then the wooden beams and the long planks on the middle and the top. And then we're going to drive to the castle. Once we get to the castle, we're then going to drive all the way to the farm. We're going to pick up the honey and the eggs. And then we're going to see what sells where for the wood, the honey and the eggs. And then hopefully we're going to have enough money. But we're not going to make 50 grand. That's the problem. I need at least 50 grand. Well, no, I need 150 grand. And I'm not going to make that. 130, 145 grand. I need 40 grand basically from what's in the wood. I can tell you now there isn't 40 grand in wood. So we're not going to be able to buy the field today and cover the loan payment. I do believe barley is due to be harvested in June. So that does give us May. It does give us May. There is a hoeing contract appeared. We could do that and that would help. The problem is that's going to take me over stream time. Driving to that sell point and back literally takes 5 minutes. And we've got a bigger drive to do with the wood selling. So that's kind of our issue right now. But we'll get in there. We're getting there slowly. Like I say, we've got next month. If we have to rent a harvester 1 month, we're going to have to rent a harvester. October though, I'm very looking forward to that because the soybeans can go into the silo and then we can sell that when it's ready, which I think is the best price for that is like June, July, which is a shame because it means you got to keep hold of it for like 6-7 months. Right, so I'm going to put that one in there. I'm going to pick this one up here, and like I say, I'm just going to I like keeping my yard clean. I do and I don't. I have it tidy. There's a difference between tidy and clean, but I do like to have it at least tidy. My thing is right now is I'm running out of time. I'll tell you the reason I'm running out of time, guys. I'm busting for a pee as well. That's why 3 hours is a good stream time. Because it means I can go to the bathroom. And I ain't going to go to the bathroom now and then come back for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm a big boy. I can hold it for 5 more minutes. But if we do this like this is why I'm doing it this way. These are going to be pretty much the last thing we sell. Pretty much the last thing we sell. The only downside is that it really sucks when it brings them out. There is a wooden beam in there. There's another wooden beam in hiding. Right, so what we want to do now is we want to stack these up here because these are going to sell at the castle. But I don't think the castle's going to take all 3,000 litres. That concerns me a little bit. And what we'll do is we're going to put this one on here. Like I say, I would use the forklift, guys. I'm just short on time. Just a little bit short on time. Halfway to a wood chip, but that's it. Gonna be very top heavy. I need a better trailer. We did have a bigger trailer, but it was awful and very wobbly. So we've got 5,000 litres of planks, 3,000 litres of long planks, and 2,000 litres of beams. And I did tell you it was going to be very top heavy. Go slowly round here. When we're driving straight, it'll be fine. We can put the foot down, but the corners, we've got to be a little bit careful. The question is, can we get all this done in the next 7 minutes? We've got 7 minutes to get all this sold. And I've got no idea where some of it's going to. All I know is the long planks and the beams are going to the sawmill, but to the castle. But I know it isn't going to take them all. There's nearly 3 grand for 2 pallets, and there's 5 of them, so that's 3. About 6, and there's about 7 grand in long planks. In planks, sorry. 3 grand for each long plank. 3 grand for each beam as well. Like I say, we'll go and get the eggs. We'll go get the honey. We're not going to make enough money to buy the field today, and we're sure as hell not going to make enough money to pay the loan and the field. If that contract for the hoeing had come up sooner, we would have had enough money. But I don't have time to do the hoeing contract today, and we will be in May in the next live stream. 1 month for 1 live stream. Leave it on times 4 gives me approximately 3 to 3.5 hours of game time. I normally like to stream for between 2 and 3 hours, but obviously I've got parcels coming in the next couple of hours. I also want some lunch. I'm hungry. I didn't have breakfast. I'm thinking 6 boiled eggs again, to be quite honest. Starving. Protein and slow energy release from boiled eggs. Very good. They're also extra large free range as well, so I might actually get away with only 4 eggs today, but I like to do 6. I'm fat, guys, what can I say? I'm not overly fat, but I am. If you look at a BMI, I am technically fat, but a BMI can go through itself, because I'm not as fat as what a BMI scale says I am. Plus, to be fair, some of it's beer, or in my case, rum. Slowly, 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 slowly. Whatever this gives me will be a bonus. Because this is the maximum price. Wow! Okay. Okay, I did not expect that to take quite so much. Wow. Right, there is not that much left of that pallet. We will leave that. I am not taking that on its own, do you know what I mean? Wow, I did not expect it to take so much. That was 13,000, nearly 1,400. 13,000 and change, basically. That was fantastic. I did not expect that to pay quite so much. By the time I sell these planks, do you know what? I'm so tempted to do that hoeing contract. So tempted to do that hoeing contract. The hoeing contract might just cover us for the loan payment. And we can get the barley field today. I could maybe do the hoeing contract off recording, because at least I can go and put my eggs on to boil and I could hoe it off recording. That would make a bit of sense. I don't like doing it off recording though and off stream and stuff, do you know what I mean? I feel like if you're not doing it when you're live, you shouldn't be doing it, but it's lunchtime. I'm starving. I'm starving Marvin, literally. Oh, it's now raining. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Seeds for sale, seeds for sale, seeds for sale. Bye. We just bought 3,000 litres of seed for £221. Bargain. Absolute bargain. I tell you what, guys. We've got some wheat and barley in storage. I was trying to store it for... Maybe that'll make our money for the loan. I really want to get the field today, and the reason why, in case there's any problems, like if it needs fertilizing, if it needs, you know, I don't want to say liming per se, but if it needs something, like I say, I'm only using super strength guys because I am technically in a rush. 2 minutes left of stream time, but I won't finish until I've sold this. Yeah, guys, spending that £200 was worth it. I do just want to point out that was worth it. Thank you. I'm gonna get rid of these. These are not the best price to sell, guys. I do just want to point out they are not the best price to sell, but we are selling. We at least put that way. Right, and then we'll just take these to where we need to go. So honey, honey, planks and eggs. So if we look on there, where are we? There we are. So the planks are gonna go to, they're not going there, I can tell you that now. Really? Right, board games, that's near the top. Eggs are going to the seaside restaurant. I can't say I've ever been to the seaside restaurant. I'm going to presume that's by the seaside. Oh, you've got to look, guys. Right, so we're going up here anyway. Right, so we're going to the same place. And then honey. Where does honey sell? That's the one thing I didn't check. Honey goes... honey goes to the warehouse. Right, I can drop the honey off at the warehouse. I can drop it off at the warehouse. We're just gonna have to not pull into the trigger because otherwise it will take everything. Oh yeah, we're not going to get all this delivered in time. We already haven't. It's already 3 hours into live stream, so we are going to be another couple of minutes. Yeah, we're not going to quite make enough money, I'm afraid, guys, to buy the field. I say we've got to have at least 15 grand in the bank to cover our loans. So right now, 15 grand off what we've got, that takes us down to 106. That takes us down to like 106 grand roughly. So then we would need to be selling 106. I would need 24 grand in what we've got here. There isn't 24 grand here. There's maybe 7 or 8 grand, maybe. But there isn't that much. Obviously that hoeing contract would have helped cover the bills, but we didn't get there. It didn't show up in time. There is wheat and barley we could sell, but I don't think that's really going to make that much money. Plus the price of it now. I am cutting corners right now just to be able to get there a bit quicker. I can hardly see because of the freaking... That was 1,000. That was 1,100. That was like 1,200. 1,300 pounds for that. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I didn't expect 1,300 wasn't bad for the honey. It should have been sold last month though. It would have been worth about £1,600. So we did lose a little bit of money on that. But we'd never sold honey before yesterday, guys. That was the problem. We didn't realise. We didn't realise. I don't even know how much our wheat and barley's worth. At least if, we were planning on keeping it to go in the sell point, but if we could sell it and it gets us another field, by the time the that reflection's well bright, by the time the windmill's ready to take wheat and barley, it wouldn't really matter. We'll have more of it. Maybe what we'll do at the start of the next episode is maybe sell some wheat and barley and get the field bought and then work in that field if needed straight away before we do anything else. I know at the beginning of the next episode we will have a lot of wood to sell. We'll have about 45 grand in wood just to sell. And this is the problem. This is why I don't want to go too nuts now. Right, there's a sell point up here. Right, that just made us 2,250-ish quid. Yeah, I'm not bothered about the traffic going the wrong way. Like I say, I am 5 minutes late now. I'm busting for a beat. Right, and board games, guys. This is where we're going. We're going to have to mount the curb, unfortunately. And that has given us enough money to buy the field. Yeah. That is the money to buy the field. We needed 229,000 and change to buy the field. That has now given us enough money to buy the field. So we are literally just £15,000 short. £15,000. That is so bad. That's terrible. I also... Oh, I don't have... It doesn't list here. Has your trees... They haven't grown at all, Ed. Not at all. Barley. We have 7,000 litres. 7 3s, 21. So that's 2,100 quid. That is not worth it. And wheat is... If we sold wheat and barley, we'd have enough money. I'm back and I'm just about to end, pal. Literally just about to end. My 3 hours is kind of up. I like to stream for 3 hours. It takes me to lunchtime. I'm now going to go and boil myself 6 boiled eggs and have them for lunch. I should be back live tomorrow, guys. I'm just not really sure what game I'm playing yet. Like I say, I am trying to play a variety of games, and I have kind of played Farming Simulator for, to be fair, about 6 weeks non-stop, to be honest. I don't know if the Dragon Lady wants to play any trucking tonight, but I don't really know if there will be another stream today. It kind of depends what the Dragon Lady wants to do. It's kind of on the Dragon Lady, really. See what she wants to do. You play? I don't play in this offline at all, pal. I do play some games offline, but I don't play farming offline. I tend to use it just for online. Like, I'm probably going to practice some Formula 1 this afternoon, since I now own a sim rig. It makes sense to do that. But yeah, guys, all I'm going to do is I'm going to park this at the farm. I'm going to park this at the sawmill, guys. We'll have 50 grand's worth of wood in the morning. If we load the wood up, 40 to 50 grand worth of wood. If we load the wood up and then we sell the wood, we'll be able to buy the field straight away. But if we do play this game in, you know, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or not, but in the next live stream we are playing farming in, for example, we've got to sell the wood, buy the field straight away, and then basically just babysit that field in case it needs anything. Like, might need fertilizer, might need spraying, do you know what I mean? We don't know what it will need. But all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drive this all the way back to the sawmill, guys. That is it, down this road. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me in stream. Thank you to the 6 new followers and the almost 7,000 TikTok likes. Do the fields go up and down in price? Or they're just a set price, pal. Just a set price. There is a mod to make them set price, to make them variable, but I'm not really interested in that. Once I buy a field, I own it anyway. But as I say, guys, thank you for watching. Like I say, I will be live tomorrow. I'm just not sure what game it is. But until then, see you all later on. Bye for now, guys.